here is the next step that we are doing, and this is just basically, well, sub-step. I keep saying it's a step. It's actually a sub-step because I want it, because there's going to be main parts to this. This one's about applying the transparency to a big graphic. Now, what I did was I kind of already did it ahead of time because I was doing like making sure I remember what we were doing. So you're gonna unlock this layer, which is R3, and you're gonna display it. And this is basically all the graphics and stuff like that. Just remember that. But if you want to, you could lock layer 1 and 2 just in case you want everything to be locked. But anyway, we are gonna select this graphic right here, which is for the food. Which, if I look at it right, I don't remember. Yeah, you're gonna just right there. So we're gonna get this graphic. So we're gonna click on this graphic, right? And if I'm reading this right, okay, I think we're changing the opacity down to 70%, and I think it's the object. So we're just gonna go, of course, go to the effects panel, go to object. We're gonna change it to 70 because it's the object, not anything special, and then do 70. Boom, change the opacity. It's all good. Okay, cool. And because this is like a bitmap, we're gonna double click this. We're gonna click, of course, click the middle thing again. Click the middle thing, and that's what we're gonna do. Now, when we click the middle thing, we're gonna switch. We're gonna select go to the swatch panel, and we're gonna select this to go to the black. We're doing the fill. So remember that. So let's just say one more time. You know, what you want to do is, because you've seen the effects panel change the graphics, so you're just gonna click this, go to the middle. It's gonna be called graphics. Go to swatches and change this to like the fill. And then we're gonna change. What I wrote down is we're gonna change this to the red bright color. So we're changing that to that. Changing the black in the image, and then we're going to the effects panel. Oh, actually, I kind of clicked out of it, so we'll do that again. The effects panel. We're going to keep the opacity 100, but we're changing the blending mode to screen. And now if I'm looking at this right, it changed the kind of color to a lighter red, and now the opacity is down. That's all you gotta do for this part. It's really simple. It's just kind of teaching you, like, this is like kind of like a big graphic, and I think I'm right. If I look at the image, I think is this one actually? No, it's this one. This is a TIFF. This is an image. This is really teaching you guys how to change colors and all stuff with like a big graphic or like a TIFF, like, you know, like a transparent TIFF. Because TIFFs can be transparent. Like, it's on Photoshop. Like, TIFFs are basically a Photoshop file, but it's its own file extension. So if you can always import Photoshop files to your projects, which I've done before. But for the sake of this tutorial, with I have all the images on here and all those ones you're going to be using, it's a TIFF, so just remember that. But yeah, basically you're just changing the opacity from the effects panel, mainly the general object. But then when you click on here, it's going to be the small object, you know, like the main, like the actual object, and then you're changing that color and all that stuff. Oh, not the color, but, you know, you're changing the color and then also changing the blending mode and not only the opacity. So that's really it for the last sub-step for this step. I think the next one's going to be a little bit longer. We'll see. But this is the last one. Now, I'll see you for the next part. And I'm going to do my title card right now.